Patriots, John Paul here at CPAC 2023 with Chuck Barham from Freedom Square. Fast-growing organization. I love what you're doing. We were out last night talking for a little bit about what you do. So can you tell our audience what you do? What's your mission at Freedom Square?
Sure. FreedomSquare.com just launched. You can download the app in the Google Play Store, the Apple App Store. You can also find it at FreedomSquare.com. So what we're doing is we're bringing all the good parts of the world under one roof. So all your news, your podcasts, your resources, a business network, because we have to start working together. We were just talking about that before we went live, is we have to stop being so siloed. We have to stop being these Mustangs roaming around the range and not paying attention to what everybody's doing, but more importantly, stop the infighting and start getting used to doing business together. So what we've done at Freedom Square is we've developed this platform to where everybody can unite, connect, because Joe's tie store should get to know what Chuck's shoe store is doing across the street. They're not aware of each other, but they think alike, and start voting with your dollars inside of our business network. But the news, basically you log in for free, and you go in and you populate your own dashboard. So be it you want to see news from Newsmax, OAN, The Blaze, Town Hall, you want to listen to the Joe Rogan podcast, you want to get the downloads. When Charlie Kirk's got a new podcast, you'll get alerted that those things happen. It shows up in your feed.
Great.
Yeah, and the business network as well, where people can go in and start connecting, start leaving reviews about their business, start leaving coupons, you're looking for somebody, that'll show up in the feed as well. So we're trying to house everything under one roof at freedomsquare.com.
I love the sound of that, and I'm all about uniting.
Yes.
I mean, our logo is it has unite. You know, it's unity, liberty, and opportunity for all, and unity number one.
Sure.
And we don't have enough unity in this country, and I like to refer to, I don't know if you ever heard of the Battle of Lepanto from 1571, when all of Western civilization would have been wiped out, but the Pope got warring countries in the middle of the Reformation battles to stop the Ottoman Muslim invasion. And if they won, we probably wouldn't be sitting right now, because they would have wiped out Christianity and all of the West. So there's times like that, World War II.
Yes.
And our founding fathers fighting the revolution, if we didn't fight at the right time, we wouldn't be here talking. And there's not enough unity on our side. So I love what you're doing, because everyone's trying to say, this is mine, this is mine. I do this, we do this rating system. Instantly, I hear all these other lesser quality, bad rating systems. But instead of saying, let's work together, everybody wants to say it's mine. Right, how about we just like work together, let me do what we do. Go USA does what it does well, and you guys put, you know, your unifying of people is amazing. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I mean, I look at Public Square. I applaud what Public Square is doing. Everybody's like, oh, you can't talk about Public Square, excuse me, because you're Freedom Square. No, I think what they're doing is great, and we need to do more of that, working together instead of punching each other in the mouth, because the other side seems to know how to get on the train on one track and just go, and they mow everybody down. And we have got to start working together and getting unified. And that's what we're doing at Freedom Square. That's what you guys are doing at Go USA. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's what we have to do. We have to get used to seeing each other on the same battlefield and not wanting to hurt that person that you're standing next to that's actually fighting the enemy that you're trying to fight. And that's what we have to start doing. Well,
it's, you know, Ronald Reagan said, if you're agreeing with somebody 80% of the time, you work with them.
Absolutely.
And the 80% rule is pretty much threaded through. In fact, the Go USA proves that 80% of Americans, regardless of party, agree on almost everything.
Yeah.
There's out of 25 issues we agree on, plus, you know, integrity issues, there's probably three or four that aren't like 80, 90% in agreement. Sure. So we have a united country. And this side, so-called this side of the aisle, I'm not sure what side of the aisle I'm on, because it's not really an aisle when you're 80%. Well, it's like we're just common sense people that we're standing for. I wouldn't even say we're on the right. We're on we're taking up 80% of the road. That's a pretty big road. I mean, it's the crazy lunatics that are trying to control us.
Correct. There's a lot of common ground, and that's the thing with Freedom Square. It doesn't matter if you're from the left or from the right. If you appreciate and value freedom and our God-given rights, our inalienable rights of, you know, liberty and the freedom that America gives us, that's what we're developed here. That's what we're developing at Freedom Square. We don't care. If you love freedom, Freedom Square is for you. You don't like freedom, you probably need to go somewhere else.
And you might be aware that one of the most unifying term, if you say the word liberty or conservatism or whatever, freedom is the one word that doesn't really. There's one thing Americans can agree on is freedom. And with a small exception of crazy nut jobs, you know, I don't know what the exact numbers, but I believe it's well over 90%. I think freedom is a great thing in our country, which obviously it should be 100%. But you know, 90 isn't a bad. So I love what you're doing, and I'd love to see if, you know, maybe there's a way we're looking to unite the movement, because everything that touches the app scores are things that Americans care about. That's how we rate people. That's why we want to be able to work with a federation of organizations that have similar values, but somebody that focuses on the Second Amendment, we're a partner with them on that principle. And then someone else is focused on the borders, of which the vast majority of people are for borders, and so is the Constitution, by the way. We can work with them. And I'd like to see if we can maybe find a way we can work with each other, because the more we can get one, there's only one Yelp. There's only one Rotten Tomatoes. There's not 20 of them.
Right.
And it's not effective if there was 20 of them.
No.
It's effective because there's one.
Right.
So we want to be that one when it comes to this thing that we do, which is this eyes on all these people with the rating,
Sure.
the ratings.
Strength in numbers, and that's the thing
That's right.
we have to start doing is you get so spread so thin it dilutes, and there's no message, there's no end game to it. You've got to get the strength in numbers, and that's what you guys are doing. That's what we're doing at Freedom Square.
Yeah, I really love it. I'm so glad you're doing it. Who else? Who are some of the partners you guys have? Strategic partners right now, or I know you just launched, which is congratulations again.
Thank you.
The good guys getting technology to work on our side to push back against the insanity, right, of the tyrants.
Yeah, we've got great partners already. Moms for America is one of our partners. We're doing good work with them. Salem Media, another partner of ours. I used to work at the Blaze with Glenn Beck, so he's like, whatever you need, whenever you need it, let me know.
Great.
Gosh, I could talk about the Epoch Times. I could talk about the people at OAN. I mean, all of these people, they're seeing what we're doing and they want to be a part of the tribe. And we want to invite them underneath the tent of Freedom Square. We've got some great things that are coming down the line. So if you haven't done so, download the app, Google Play Store, Apple App Store, freedomsquare.com. You can sign up. It's free. Get ready, because there's going to be more development coming on the site very, very soon.
Well, we can't wait. I'm definitely downloading it today.
Absolutely.
Telling everybody to download it, the Go USA side.
Yes, sir.
And would you say would you, knowing what you know about the op score stands for opportunity score.
Okay.
It's not red versus blue. It's them versus you.
That's right.
And that's where everyone seems to, they can agree with that, like they can agree with freedom, right?
Correct.
So that's what we're doing. Would you say this is something you would support?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we have to. Well, I mean, it would be very hypocritical of me to go, no, we're not going to support you.
Of course.
After we just spoke for 5 minutes talking about how we all need to unite and get together and do good work. So, yes.
Great. All right. Well, thank you, Chuck. Thanks for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you to your team. All right. And we'll be in touch.
You got it.
We'll unite and we'll get on we'll talk about how we can work together strategically.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Thank you for the opportunity.
God bless.